it's Linda from Homestead by the Lake. So we are continuing our snow day baking. It is just so beautiful to see snow out there. I can't believe that we probably got about 4 inches. It's gorgeous. So yesterday I got together some country farmhouse white bread for the week. And I got together a batch to do some bagels for the week. Look at how pretty that is. Sourdough farmhouse white is what we're doing with this one. And then I got together some bagels that had to sit overnight. The first time trying bagels, I'm very excited. And then we're doing a focaccia bread for someone at Cardiac Rehab that requested a focaccia bread. So we're gonna get started. So here is our farmhouse white loaf bread. This week I wanted a loaf bread for the week, and I got this new USA pan. Oh, these are really, really nice. So I am going to spray this. And set this aside. Okay, and now I want to lightly flour. Can you see? Yeah, I want to lightly flour my surface. Get some on my hands. And this has been sitting, this is a great recipe and I'll include that. This has been sitting overnight room temperature, and look at how beautiful that loaf is. So we are going to take this out and we are going to shape it in our loaf. Oh, this is beautiful. Beautiful. You want to pop any bubbles that arise, which is happening. Oh, this is beautiful. And I'm just going to tuck under those ends. We're going to put this in our loaf pan, and then we're going to let it rest for like an hour before we actually put it in the oven. Let's squeeze my ends together here. Looks about right on my loaf pan. All right, it's going to go in here. Perfect. Look at that, beautiful. So we are going to cover that and let that sit for an hour. Okay, so this one is our focaccia. And we are going to, beautiful. This is focaccia, and this is going to look a lot different than the white bread. So what I need for this is, we are going to put some oil in our pan. Spread this around. And enough to also get the sides done some. And this is going to somebody who requested it. So I'm going to bake it right in this pan. I hope it comes out good. I mean, I'm sure it will, right? Okay, so this has risen from yesterday. And what we need to do is flip it over so both sides are cut. Okay, so Yeah, this is definitely a lot different. It's moister. Now what we want to do is get both sides of our dough covered in oil. See how this looks entirely different than that other one? Now we're gonna leave it the way it is. We're gonna cover it. Both sides are covered in oil. Let's double check. Yep. We're gonna leave it as is. We're going to cover it. Where's my cover? And we're gonna let this sit for a good hour. Ready for the bagel portion. This I'm super excited about. Oh, I can't wait. I hope these come out amazing, right? Bear with me, this is my first time making bagels. So I made it yesterday. It has to sit overnight. It has to do an overnight on the counter or room temperature rise. Oh, this is gonna be good. Look at that dough. Oh, who thinks we're gonna be making bagels all the time now? Oh, that looks amazing. Just amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna have to read as I go, so bear with me, okay? So now remove the dough onto a non-floured surface. Flatten it and divide it into 8 equal pieces. Oh, I'm so thrilled how this looks. Like, this looks amazing, doesn't it? Okay, can you see? All right, let's go. We want to remove this into a non-floured surface, which is what I have. And we want to flatten it into a rectangle. And we want to cut it into 8 equal pieces. All right. Wow, this is some nice dough. Can you tell how nice this is? I mean, this is nice. 8 pieces. Center, 1, 2, that's, oh, but then I've got to go this way, so let's make this go down some. I don't know how thick it's supposed to be, so I don't want to make it too thin, you know what I mean? Okay, are we there? Let's see how we do. And then we'll go down the center. That looks a little off, doesn't it? But what we'll do is, I do want to try and measure them and see how well I did. Set approximately 115. That's 104. I'm going to add some to it from this corner, because that corner looks definitely too big. 132. I guess I don't have to be this specific, but it is the first time I'm making them. So that's 117, so I'm fine with that. And then what you do is you flip the dough over, roll each one into a ball. And then we're going to roll it into a ball and let it rest. And all of them will need to rest for a good 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna do that. All right, that's about the size. It's pretty small, isn't it? Huh, all right. It's okay. We'll see how it comes out. $102, 117. Perfect. This is so exciting. Making our own bagels. How awesome is this? Ooh, that's a little thick. We'll take some off. Wow, this is nice thick dough. Can you tell how this dough is? Look at how gorgeous that is. This one's going to be a little too thick too. Yeah, 130. Pull some of that off. 115, perfect. So it just says fold all, fold it all to the bottom and then roll it into a ball. Okay. That one might be a little bit thick. Oh, it's not. Okay. Perfect. Ooh, so what are my seasonings gonna be? I have everything bagel seasoning. Do I have sesame seeds? I hope I have sesame seeds because that's my ultimate favorite bagel, is the sesame seed bagel. But I can also sprinkle garlic, do a garlic bagel. I guess seasonings are limitless because you're making your own bagels, right? And I can't wait to eat one of these. And I have no cream cheese. Oh, no cream cheese, Linda. That's okay. So what will we do? We will toast it and put some of our homemade butter on it. 124. Let's see what this one is. 118. Okay, they're both a little bit over, but that's okay. I don't need to, because I can't get another one out of all of it, so. Oh, Miss Maddie's at the door. She wants to go out. Do you want to go out, Maddie? Is that enough to make two? Hold on. No. Okay. So now they are going to rest for 20 minutes. I'm going to dampen my towel. And then we'll be back after 20 minutes. absolutely beautiful apron. I love this. I love the bumblebees. It's perfect. Thank you very much. So in my pot that's getting my boiled water ready, I'm gonna do a tablespoon of honey because it needs some sugar. This is local raw honey. Tablespoon. That looked good, right? I think so. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. God bless me. And I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking soda. And apparently what I have learned is when they make bagels, they use lye in the water. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I don't want to eat lye. So, who wants to continue to make bagels? You don't have to do sourdough, you know. If you don't want to do sourdough, or you can do just plain using flour to make bagels. And that way, they're delicious and homemade. You made them, and they're so much healthier for you. And you can also make batches of bagels and then freeze them. So I'm going to make batches of bagels and put them in the freezer. And if I want one, I can pull one out the night before. I can make a breakfast sandwich with it. I can do some cream cheese on it, or I can just toast it and add my homemade butter. Oh, and some homemade jam. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful. Not good for my waistline, but wonderful. All right, there's only 3 minutes left to the 20-minute rise, and I've already made a mistake, but who's not surprised? I'm not. So I was supposed to make the holes in the bagels and then let them rest for 20 minutes. All right, so we are taking a bagel, and you're supposed to press down the center and make a hole, and then slowly pull. To about the size of a walnut. Excuse me. That's not too easy to do. Is that the size of a walnut? I don't know. But I'm gonna set it down and try and separate it more. Oh, that works better. It works better if it's on the surface when I'm pulling it than in my hands. So first I'll make the hole, set it down, and pull. Yeah, that works better. See? And now that I've messed with the dough, but it does shrink right back up again. I suppose that's normal, right? I will let them sit. My timer just went off for my 20 minutes rest, but I didn't put the holes in them. So I'm gonna put the holes in them and I'm gonna let them rest for another 5 minutes. And then the next step is to put them in our boiling water. And I'll turn that up now because I know I only have 5 minutes left. All right, We're gonna let those sit for 5 minutes. We'll be
Right.
back. Our water is boiling, and my extra 5 minutes of rest time is done. So now what we are doing is we are taking our bagels. Oh, they're fine. And they're gonna go in for 1 minute. Once they're in the boiling water for 1 minute, they're also going to rise. Oh God, if they didn't stick to the bottom, don't let them stick to the bottom. They're gonna rise. We let them boil for a minute, and then we'll use a slotted spoon and take those out and put them back on our pan. So I got a pan ready with parchment paper on it, and I sprinkled a little bit of oil on it. Oh my goodness. This is so fun. 1 minute timer. So I am pulling it out, letting it drain. And I'm gonna set it down on the puffed up side. It's kind of hard to tell. But you can tell because the bottom's gonna have like some lines in it, you know? Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna put the rest in. 1, 2, or no, we're not doing the rest. Set our timer for 1 minute. Okay, our timer's going. Look at how these look after they're boiled. Ooh. I cannot wait to taste these bagels. I really cannot wait. So what you do is once your bagels sit over there on your pan for a little bit and cool off a little bit, that's when you want to pick them up as long as you can, they're cool enough to pick up, and then dip it in your seasoning. And I did find my everything bagel seasoning. My minute timer for my next batch. Where is it? Here we go. These are beautiful. All right, my last 2. So this recipe makes 8 bagels. All right, we have our last minute for our batch. My oven is preheated to 425. Who's gonna make bagels? Comment down below. You know, when I read the recipe, I'm like, that kind of sounds really like complicated, but it's not. It's really not. Super simple, do it. Trust me, last minute timer. I'm gonna turn that off. Find my bagels in here. Oh, it's the wrong way. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. And I'm gonna bring my bagels over. And these ones that have been out are a lot cooler. So, yep, I can touch them. So look at that. Look at that bagel. So now I want to get it in our toppings. Look at how pretty. But I'm gonna like add a lot more. I'm probably being too easy on it. It can probably take to be mushed in the seasoning. Yeah. I'm gonna redo this one because I want seasoning. I'm gonna roll it up on its side and do some on the bottom. Add some more on my plate. I can tell you the way that these feel, these are going to be nice, dense bagels, without a question. Now, my holes are pretty small, but you know, it's probably because I messed it up and didn't do them before they did their rest. That probably has something to do with it. Get it all up on the sides. Guess who's gonna have to buy stock in everything bagel seasoning? I have got to locate my sesame seasoning. I know it's up there somewhere, but you know, my cabinets, things like disappear in there. I'm telling you, it's like one day it's there, next day, where did it go? And then I'll find it months later, you know. It would be nice if I had some sort of organization up there, but I don't. Oh, look. Look, look, look. Hang on, I gotta go wash these hands. What do you think? Oh my God. Now they're going in the oven for 25 and they will go in for 25 minutes. And after 20 minutes, I'm gonna flip them so they can crisp on the bottom side. Look at those. All right, they were in the oven for 20 minutes and then I flipped them and set the timer for 2 minutes. And this is what we have. Look at this. And look at the bottom. Gorgeous. Now I did lose a lot of my seasoning off. I don't know what the secret of that is. We'll have to figure that out. But as soon as they're warm enough to touch, guess what we're doing? All right, we are on to the focaccia. It has been sitting for about 2 hours. This is what we look like now. So now all you're going to do is press this out to fill your pan. And this one I am making for a friend. So she wanted sun-dried tomatoes, roasted red peppers, and then I had some of these little hot pepper thingies. We're gonna put some of those on there for her because she loves spice. Look at how beautiful that looks. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside while I cut everything up to put on that. I am going to sprinkle some kosher salt around. There we go. I don't want to do too much. All right, I need a bowl, or a dish, I should say. Just so I don't have my roasted red pepper all over. And I want to cut this up pretty good. This is a great snow day project. We got a good 4 inches of snow here on the coast of North Carolina. We don't do well with snow here. So I'm going to keep chopping up my toppings and I'll be back. All right, so we are going to add some roasted red pepper to one side. And I'm going to push that in. All right, now we're going to cut up some sun-dried tomato into small pieces. And then I have these from the neighbor's garden, which I think are just like like a hot pepper. And I'm going to cut some of those up and put those on too. And we'll be back. Now we're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes to this other side. And push that in as best as you can. I think the last time I made this, I didn't push down far enough because it's supposed to cook in it. And I had just, layered it on the top and didn't push it in. So you need to push it in. We've sprinkled some garlic powder on it and some basil. I don't have any fresh basil, or I would have used that. It's going in a 425 oven for 20-25 minutes, and we'll be back. Come on. Come on. Thank you so much for watching my video. We had a wonderful snow day of baking. The bagels were amazing. Definitely a family favorite.